So this day, just as a reminder that God can be for you what you need him to be for you this day, whatever that is: wisdom, grace, strength, power. So he said, my speech in the end of last time was beginning of chapter 2, 1 Corinthians. He said he didn't come with a demonstration, excuse me, he didn't come with proclamation with persuasive words of wisdom, but with demonstration of the Spirit and power, so that your faith might not be based on men's wisdom, but on God's. He didn't want to come and win people over with these flowery arguments, this great oration, this great speaking ability. And there's so many great speakers. There's so many great Christian leaders who are great orators. Nothing wrong with that. Paul did not want to come with great speech to win them over as they go. Paul's the best. Paul's the best. Because they already had a problem in the beginning. If you haven't read 1 Corinthians, identifying like who they follow, these little factions in the church, like they're like denominations. They hung their little shingle over who they followed. So he says now in verse 6, chapter 1 Corinthians 2, verse 6. However, I'm going to read this at the end of the chapter. He says, however, among the mature, we do speak a wisdom, but not a wisdom of this age or of the rulers of this age who are coming to nothing. He's not going to the culture. Paul's not going to culture to allow culture to define what wisdom is and all that. He starts with the foundation of Scripture. And I grew up in an era where we tried to blend church and culture to make more people receptive to Christ and his message. I don't know that that really worked. I'm just going to be honest with you. It sounded really good in theory, but we brought all the junk and the crap from the world into the church, and it was hard to distinguish the world and the church. But he says he didn't look at the wisdom of this age, right? He didn't look at the culture and the icons and the people that were leaders. He didn't look at the rulers. He didn't look at the political parties. He didn't look at the Democrats or the Republican presidents or the candidates. And he wasn't swayed by their messages of the Senate and the Congress and the governors, right, of this age who are coming to nothing. Because at the end of the day, God appoints rulers. I don't know, you hate to hear that, whether no matter what side of the fence you're on, no matter who's ruling the day and the time that you're listening to this, but God appoints them. Whether we like it or not, we don't have to like it, but we have to pray for them. But he says he didn't get his knowledge from any of that stuff. He said, on the contrary, we speak God's wisdom in a mystery which God predestined before the ages for our glory. I love that verse.